You are not your body. You are a soul living in a body. You are an energy. As I record this, I am sitting in a park close to a railway station, and this is on purpose. The sounds of the infrastructure of society and the things that I say will actually create a feeling of discrepancy between the spiritual world and the society that you live in. You are a soul. In fact, we only rent our bodies for a lifetime, going back to our spiritual home. Whatever we saw, we missed in this life, we can go back and fix in the next. Everything is energy. The electrons inside your body are buzzing all the time. You yourself, your body, is 99.9% empty space. So, what is really real? I often see how huge a difference there is between how someone looks and what their emotional reality is. Dishy girls, chic on the outside, insecure on the inside. Gray accountants, totally artsy on the inside. Seniors, average on the outside, actually Holocaust, Auschwitz survivors. So we do a thing, and we do a good thing, by not judging a book by its cover. There is more to a book than just the cover. This video is spoken by a vegetarian married to a vegan, but mostly it's by someone who believes that clean living is being spiritually true, realizing love is the answer, love in all its shapes and sizes and beauties, realizing that faithful lovemaking creates beautiful children. Love how babies are made. Love, love. See the faithful lovemaking as connecting with God. See your body as a vehicle for expressing your spirit. There is a huge discrepancy between the human soul and the body of the established world. A huge discrepancy. The problem is that most people do not know the distinction. To them, the establishment is the ticket to spirituality. You have to follow the leader. Every religion says God is out there on a cloud. In the church, they say. And they say only one religion is right. Only I have the right interpretation of what God is, they claim. I met God last night over coffee and he gave me monopoly on heaven. But if that were true, God would be acting like the CEO of a big firm, right? And she, God could be a woman, is not a CEO, is she? God is not of this world, although he can be. But religions were just created to interpret our feelings, interpret God, the universal conscious intelligence behind all this. But society goes on to say, well, the doctor knows best. The fact that the answer might be inside you and not outside of you is not related to any patient. So the key is following your heart and not society, not what everyone else is doing or what the establishment says is right. We believe we know everything about life and what life is. We believe we know everything about the world and how it works, especially if we've reached a certain status in our lives. We become increasingly haughty about what we think we know. Einstein said, "The more I know I don't know." So deep knowledge really inspires humility. Michael Jackson's 10 rules of success are among the finest YouTube has to offer. Those, along with Quincy Jones' words of remaining true to yourself, will get you rolling any day. Be humble, Michael said. Simple and innocent like a baby. That really coincides with Denzel Washington, who at a graduate speech in Philadelphia said, "May you put your slippers way under the bed at night so that you have to get down on your knees in the morning and fetch them." While you are down there, thank God for His grace, that He in the future will give you what is already yours. That last part is my favorite. Your hopes and dreams, Denzel says, are promises. God gave you these to make sure you know that it is already yours. So make sure that around your deathbed, the ghosts of your unfulfilled dreams don't linger about. If we realize that our hopes and dreams are actually promises our Lord made of things to come, we act differently. Like Quincy Jones said, we're never too old to achieve these dreams. You can become an attorney at 70. One of my mother's private singing students finished her church organist exams, receiving her degree at age 70. Another lady friend of my mom's got a bachelor's degree in art history at age 73. Grandma Moses started painting at 75 and became a successful painter at age 78. John Rowe was Britain's oldest ballet dancer at age 91. Günther Fiedler ran a 300-foot dash in 15.76 seconds at age 96. Johannes Heesters was still performing his hit role Danilo in the operetta The Merry Widow at age 103. Should I go on? What's next? My mother, Gun Kronsel, had spent 60 years as a successful professional singer, vocal professor, and theatrical director. At age 80, she still spoke of auditioning her Brunhilde for my boss at the Opera House. So it is not so much how successful we become, but that we do not give up our dreams in the process. There's a wonderful quote from Star Trek Voyager, where 7 of 9 says, "May all your dreams but one come true, so that you have something to shoot for." What we believe defines us. What we think comes true. Your thoughts and your feelings are your radar. Accordingly, scientists found out in a laboratory that thoughts actually have weight. Professor Mio Watanabe from the University of Tokyo photographed the aura, thus proving its existence. The scientific definition of the aura is a bioenergetic field, and it has a radius of roughly 4 or 5 feet. Like everything in the universe, our auras seem to be in vibration, just like the electrons in our atoms. Our auras vibrate many times a second. We fluctuate in and out of ourselves many times a second, physically, which means we are constantly renewed along with ourselves, who construct and reconstruct a 100% renewal of our entire body every 7 years. How, then, can we remember anything if we are renewed every second? Every electron in us seems to move. The answer is the energy that binds us together, that holds everything together. The universe, our reality, is our spiritual energy, our soul, and therefore our consciousness, our eternal soul, is the only reality. Theoretical star physicist Michio Kaku from the University of New York has built a gigantic complex in Oregon that collides electrons, hoping to find higher scientific particles that define this spiritual existent energy. This gets even more interesting once we realize that actually we don't exist at all. Most of any matter is mostly empty space. The atoms we consist of are, roughly speaking, cores with vibrating particles circling way off in their distance. Every atom, every single atom in constant vibration. Even the, to us, completely immobile stones actually consists of wildly vibrating matter. What holds it together is energy, our own energy. God is the only solution to that equation. We call that energy God, but he or she or it isn't a bearded guy on a cloud or a chick that requires us to call her or him by a certain name or pray to him in a certain church. You have to remember that the way to express God in different parts of the universe is eternally versatile. The conscious energy we call God is inside all of our eternal spiritual energy all the time. All it requires for us to live in harmony with every other existence. Actually, no holy book is required for us to find God. The answer is inside our emotions, our spiritual energy, and it never left us, ever. In fact, it was the reason the holy books were written in the first place. The holy books are only an interpretation of that force. Yes, George Lucas knew what he was talking about. We control our destiny. Actually, our energy does. So direct your energy to a good source that will renew it and spread it around and make it better. That way, you will become part of something bigger. Tom Campbell, the famous philosopher and spiritual advisor, says, if you send your younger self good thoughts and good feelings, you can actually change your own past. What we do when we pray, regardless of faith, is send higher electrons, the kind Michio Kaku is researching, out to create a result. Belief is actually hard work, not esoteric mumbo-jumbo. Quantum mechanics shows us that. When you pray, you are sending out these higher electrons again, the kind Michio Kaku aims to find, which can circumvent the particles of your choice, your loved ones, to protect them. So yes, your angels protect your loved ones, but so do you. You are a working angel with your own higher electrons. Be good. The better you are to others, the greater your happiness. All truly successful people find that out sooner or later. Einstein's discovery that minds control the motion of electrons, thus matter, is a revolution. It is time that we accept that spirit is the only reality, and that we can affect reality with our thoughts. After all, 99.9% of everything that exists is empty space. If we use our faith to benefit all involved, the joy for us is as big as everyone involved. We are creators. Not only do we make love with each other to create children, we also make love to reality to create new emotional children of our own. So make sure that your creations are good for all. This knowledge also requires a huge sense of responsibility. It is a very, very subtle and sensitive process. Every thought counts. Energy is never lost, neither Röntgen energy, sound waves, or any other energy. Soul waves are as real as sound waves. Be spiritually honest about what you send out. It all matters. Basically, what is good for all is good for all. Love and kindness is the key. God is not of this world, so why would she require worldly tributes like tall hats or taxes? There is no strange key of religious ritual, no divine joy in 1,000 repetitions, no secret code of superstition. and certainly no sin in hot, faithful sex. I said faithful. If it hurts no one and creates only love, it is a key to salvation. Make love, not war. Why not? Why do we sneer and laugh at sex and praise babies? That is like loving pastry but hating bakers. Pope Alexander VI, the Borgia Pope, and Lucrezia Borgia's daddy slept around more than anyone but executed adulterers. Does that make sense to you? Rubens painted naked women, Shakespeare wrote sonnets about them, Mozart wrote songs about them, and Tchaikovsky devoted ballets to them. When you see a couple kissing and embracing on an open street, from now on, please think, make love, make babies, mate. You are the saving grace of the world. You are angels. You make faithful love. You do not make war. You do not make war. You make love. When you see a beautiful individual, don't be afraid to regard that individual as beautiful, spiritually as well as physically. After all, it is life, and la vita è bella, n'est pas? You will still be able to be faithful and regard someone as beautiful. If we would regard nudity as natural and beautiful, as it is, the yellow press would be out of jobs, and there would be no pornography. No paparazzi would be able to sell a scandalous photo of a nude starlet. Why would something be scandalous that is completely natural? Would the animals do that? Oh my God, she's naked would be like, oh my God, she's sleeping, or oh my God, she's eating. We need to be decent, respectful, honorable, but we were all born naked, so if you have a partner, straight, gay, or otherwise, go to that partner now. Tell that person you love him or her. Make hot, faithful love with that person, not hot, angry war with anyone. Love comes in many shapes and sizes. If the love is good for all and respectful, it improves mankind. Remember to set your priorities straight. Things are not always what they seem. You are and remain energy in motion. Use that energy to everyone's benefit. God, she will thank you for it. Treat your body, the energetic house you live in, well. Realize it was loaned to you to give you the possibility to do good things. Exercising selfless love. I'd like to end this with a poem of mine that says it all. It's called The Inner Blazing Sun. Time is of the essence, I hear Tuvok say, and of other planets I hear many captain pray. And as I sit here drinking a delicious German wine, Mexican cheddar, and Spanish salami fine, I think of the day's endeavors, work and play in one, plans and projects and family, and the inner blazing sun. I think of eternal bliss and how the soul goes on. Creativity is the answer and souls of heaven's dawn. I feel the presence of an angel, but aren't we all just such? We know there is an afterlife, but we never pray too much. The soul is first and foremost the thing that we should see. Eternity is the language that means so much to me. Thank you very much for listening. Take good care. Good night.